English rock band Depeche Mode kicks off its North American tour this week in Sacramento, California. The band is doing something different with this tour. Depeche Mode has scaled down its usual massive and elaborate stage show to provide a more intimate concert for its fans.
Theatrical, really. There's a lot of emphasis on the show and the lights and the film use, everything.
The summer '94 dates complete Depeche Mode's 18th-month world tour. It follows the group's most recent album, Songs of Faith and Devotion. After 3 California dates, Depeche Mode is scheduled to play 12 more major cities in the U.S. before ending the tour July 4th. The tables will turn on Dick Clark at this year's Daytime Emmy Awards. The producer of numerous award shows will receive an award himself for lifetime achievement. The award is given for outstanding achievement in the arts, sciences, or management of television, and for not visibly aging over the past 40 years. Clark has many TV credits, but may be best known as host of American Bandstand. The Daytime Emmys will be handed out Wednesday.
Just ahead on E! News Week in Review, the cast of Star Trek: The Next Generation gathers for an out-of-this-world farewell.
And the world's most famous beefcake now has a new title. Meet Fabio, the publisher, when we come back.
So prepare yourself and enter the world of Jurassic Park Interactive.
We are plunged into the film. We play off of the plot and the characters, the themes of the film. That you are in the movie, on the island, when the dinosaurs get loose, and it's up to you to save the people on the island.
I'm not even going to worry about saving the world. I am just going to try and save myself.
From Los Angeles, actually from Jurassic Park, I'm Greg Agnew for E! News Week in Review.
We're going to have to start calling him Tyrannosaurus Greg. The face and body that helps sell millions of romance novels is moving into a new publishing arena. Fabio is launching his own health and fitness magazine.
What really are going to try to do with this magazine, trying to reach the people of the Middle America.
The magazine is called Fabio's Healthy Bodies, and it's an open invitation to sweat with Fabio. The strategy is to interest Middle America in California's fitness craze by capitalizing on Fabio's fame and physique. Even though Fabio's appeal has been mainly to women, the magazine will target men as well as women. It's also meant to help beginners as well as those who are already in shape. The first issue of Fabio's Healthy Bodies goes on sale next month. There's much more to come on E! News Week in Review. A top fashion designer pays up for stealing a dress design.
And designs on this summer fashions leave little to the imagination. You might call it a transparent story coming up. A court in Paris ruled Lauren copied a tuxedo dress from Saint Laurent's 1992 winter collection. The Lauren gowns sold for $1,000, while Saint Laurent's originals cost $25,000. A spokesman for Saint Laurent says the company loses nearly $10 million a year due to copycats and another $10,000 fighting it.
And on the topic of fashion, celebrities are often the first to don the latest fashions. But a new wave in dressing has even the most fashion-conscious folks doing a double take. Amy Pell reports on the sheer see-through styles now in the spotlight.
Eye-popping sheer fashions are shaking up runway shows and showing up on fashion pages. It's dressing for the daring.
Daniel, look this way.
Some celebrities are taking fashion risks with risque fashions. Anna Nicole Smith was a sheer delight at a recent premiere. Raquel Welch knows a thing or two about sex appeal, but you won't find any filmy frocks in her closet.
I'm kind of a modest type, you know. I like a sort of suggested thing, you know, rather than sort of let it all hang out. Of course, somebody will find a photograph of me somewhere where they go, oh, you said.
I almost wore one of those, but I felt a little undressed.
How daring and bearing is Leslie Ann Warren?
Not, you know, not as bare as they go. But I like to, you know, sometimes dress in seductive ways.
Warren is sporting a sheer design by Isaac Mizrahi. The designer's fall collection is punctuated by see-through skirts and shirts.
I think that women over the past like 5 or 6 seasons have adjusted to the idea of sheer clothes. They're learning how to wear them.
Sales figures and feedback from personal appearances like this one at Neiman Marcus in Beverly Hills tell Mizrahi women are dressing to be daring.
I don't think people think twice before they buy sheer. We sell a lot of it.
But the sheer that's selling in stores isn't necessarily what sachets down runways.
The runway stuff is all about getting press. You know, the more press you get, the more buyers you get, the more stores want you.
Sheer goes beyond chiffon. Judd Heller's sensuous knit dress is all about grinning and bearing it. Judd Heller's sexy fashions are featured at Fred Segal on LA's trendy Melrose Avenue. But even the hip and famous sometimes need help with fantasy fashions.
I think those sheer fashions, they look great on the runway and they look really great in the magazines. And for some reason, for a normal woman, when you put the bra on under the sheer, it just doesn't, it's really hard to put together.
Rachel now is wearing a full slip underneath the tank dress, which does not take away any of the sex appeal of the garment at all.
Designers predict sheer is here to stay.
It's all about feeling sexy. It's about how you feel when you put these clothes on.
From Los Angeles, I'm Amy Powell for E! News Week in Review.
Depending on what designer you buy from, this look could cost you in the thousands.
And then there's the cost of public exposure.
Up next on E! News Week in Review, friends and family remember Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis.
We'll have intimate memories of the woman the world called Jackie from those who knew her. We'll be right back. Finally, Jackie Kennedy Onassis will forever live on in the hearts and minds of Americans. She was more than just a first lady, she was a cultural icon. She was the first lady of Camelot, the closest this country has ever come to royal.
The setting in which the presidency is presented to the world, to foreign visitors, and American people should be proud of it.
Jackie Kennedy felt the same way about her personal appearance, setting trends with her fashions. Celebrity columnist Liz Smith often ran into her on the social scene.
She went through all that classic stuff, you know, the bouffant hair, the pillboxes. She was very elegant for the time and correct for the time. She made fashion news.
Her designer of choice was Oleg Cassini. He remembers her not for her wardrobe, but for her grace.
When my mother died, she was the first person to call me. She was very sensitive and loyal to the people that were loyal to her.
Entertainer Joey Bishop also has fond memories. He emceed the inaugural ball in 1961 and afterwards joined the Kennedys for dinner at a kosher restaurant in Washington, D.C.
The president said that we don't have any butter. And Mrs. Young says, you can't have butter. I'm not allowed to serve butter with meat. The president accepted it, and he turned to his beautiful wife, and he said, well, I don't understand, we're not Jewish. And she said, tonight we are.
Jackie Kennedy Onassis leaves us with a legacy of images, with the president, with her children, in the White House. But perhaps the lasting impression is that of her behind her young son as he salutes the flag on his father's casket.
Her death is a loss that the whole nation is certainly feeling, no doubt.
I can't agree with that. Looking ahead on E! News Daily, Monday, an inside look at how real life serves as the soundstage for reality shows like Cops. Then later in the week, why more famous faces are taking to the racetracks. Celebrity race car drivers are picking up speed Thursday on E! News Daily.
From all of us here at E! News Week in Review, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. I'm Bianca Farrar.
Stay with us. There's much more to come on E!, the Entertainment News and Information Authority. I'm Steve Kometko.
Well done.